Every fallen empire believed the same thing in its final years. Not that it was strong. Not that it was powerful. But that it was too advanced to lose. They trusted walls more than wisdom. Machines more than judgment. Numbers more than reality. And history punished that arrogance brutally, silently, and without mercy. If you think technology always saves civilizations, this episode exists to prove the opposite. Subscribe to Top 10 Untold because history doesn't repeat. It upgrades its mistakes. Warning 10. The Maginot Line when walls replaced thinking. After World War I, France was traumatized. Millions dead. Entire villages erased. So France did what traumatized powers always do: it tried to freeze the future. The Maginot Line was not just concrete. It was psychology. Steel fortresses. Underground railways. Climate-controlled bunkers. Generals believed war itself had been domesticated. The line didn't fail because it was weak. It failed because it created mental blindness. Germany didn't attack the wall. It went around it. France's greatest defense became its greatest deception. Present parallel. Modern nations trust cyberwalls, missile shields, AI surveillance, believing complexity equals invincibility. But attackers no longer attack defenses. They attack assumptions. Future warning. What happens when the next enemy ignores every system we built? Because we trained them exactly where not to fight. Warning 9. British cavalry pride tradition versus machine guns. British officers entered World War I dressed for empire. Horses polished. Sabers shining. They believed courage could outrun bullets. Machine guns proved otherwise. Entire cavalry charges vanished in seconds. Not because soldiers lacked bravery, but because leadership trusted tradition over reality. Technology didn't kill them. Misunderstanding technology did. Present parallel. Today, institutions still worship old playbooks, even when new tools change the battlefield completely. Future warning. Will future leaders charge forward emotionally, while machines decide outcomes silently? Warning 8. 1870 France fortifications without adaptation. Before losing to Prussia, France trusted fixed defenses. Fortresses were perfect. Plans were beautiful. But war evolved faster than doctrine. Prussia mobilized faster, coordinated better, adapted instantly. France didn't lose battles. It lost relevance. Present parallel. Corporations with massive infrastructure still collapse. Because agility beats size. Future warning. Will the next collapse come from speed, not strength? Warning 7. Chernobyl, the culture of overconfidence. April 1986. Reactor number 4. Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Engineers were confident. Systems were fail-safe. Manuals were followed. Mostly. But behind the concrete and control panels lay a culture of arrogance. Operators ignored warning signs. Management dismissed anomalies. Technology had lulled them into psychological comfort. Our reactor is advanced. Nothing can go wrong. And then it did. A reactor meltdown. A city evacuated. A generation scarred. The lesson: technology doesn't prevent human error, it amplifies it. Present parallel. Today, we trust algorithms to manage everything: power grids, finance, AI systems. But complexity can hide fragility. One overlooked protocol, one misread alert, one blind assumption and systems collapse. Future warning. Are we ready for the disasters we engineer ourselves because we believed advanced meant invincible? Warning 6. Roman concrete strength that breeds complacency. Rome's engineers built structures that lasted millennia. Aqueducts, amphitheaters, roads. The empire seemed eternal. But overconfidence in technology created arrogance. Why adapt when your walls, columns, and roads are unbreakable? Roman leaders relied on monuments and legacy, while barbarian tactics evolved. Eventually, Rome crumbled not because their concrete failed, but because their strategic flexibility did. Present parallel. Modern infrastructure and military tech can give the illusion of permanence. Yet agility and adaptation still beat raw durability. Future warning. Will humanity fall into the trap of relying on past technological glory, ignoring emerging threats? Warning 5. Bronze Age chariot elites skill over machines. Elite charioteers ruled Bronze Age battlefields. Their technological advantage chariots made them untouchable. At first. But armies evolved. Foot soldiers, spears, and flexible formations exploited their reliance on speed and prestige. The chariot became a symbol of false superiority, not real invincibility. Present parallel. Modern militaries sometimes over-invest in prestige tech jets, tanks, drones while neglecting human adaptability. Future warning. Will the next generation of elite tech leaders discover that agility, not gadgetry, determines survival? Warning 4. Imperial China's Great Wall. Complacency in defense. The Great Wall was legendary, thousands of miles of stone and brick. It was designed to stop invaders, a symbol of ultimate protection. Yet Chinese dynasties fell repeatedly to forces that circumvented walls. Mongols, nomads, internal uprisings. The wall created psychological security, not absolute safety. Leaders assumed geography and stone could replace vigilance. Present parallel. Modern nations build high-tech borders and security systems, but social, political, and digital vulnerabilities still sneak through. Future warning. Will walls, no matter how advanced, give us illusory safety in a rapidly changing world? Warning 3. U.S.-Vietnam body count metrics versus reality. During the Vietnam War, American commanders tracked success with body counts. Technology and logistics were unmatched. Helicopters, artillery, and airpower dominated. Yet leaders believed numbers equaled victory. Vietnamese fighters adapted, disappearing into jungles and villages. The illusion of control created false confidence. High kills, low understanding, endless frustration. Technology gave data but not insight. The result? Victory was measured, yet lost. Present parallel. Modern organizations often chase metrics, clicks, impressions, efficiency stats instead of true impact. Data can blind decision makers, especially when technology misleads perception. Future warning. Will we one day trust AI metrics so blindly that we misinterpret reality entirely, repeating history digitally? Warning 2. Japanese Zero Early War Arrogance. The Mitsubishi Zero was unmatched in 1941–42. Japan's Air Force believed superior maneuverability and technology guaranteed victory. They underestimated opponents' adaptability and industrial scale. By 1943, the Zero's edge eroded. Pilots faced newer, more resilient planes. Overconfidence delayed adaptation, turning innovation into vulnerability. Present parallel. Tech dominance today can lull innovators into dangerous hubris, delaying necessary upgrades or defensive thinking. Future warning. Could today's perfect systems AI, robotics, cybersecurity backfire if opponents evolve faster than we anticipate? Warning 1. AI-assisted trading crashes modern false confidence. Today, AI algorithms manage billions in global finance. Investors trust machine intelligence, speed, and predictive models. Yet one glitch, one overlooked correlation, or one feedback loop can trigger catastrophic market collapse in seconds. Just as past empires fell for overconfidence in technology, modern economies flirt with systemic collapse not from lack of sophistication, but from blind reliance. Future warning. Are we too advanced to fail, or are we advancing toward failure faster than ever? Throughout history, humans have believed in technological invincibility, and every time, reality had a harsher plan. From stone walls to nuclear reactors, cavalry charges to AI algorithms, false confidence has always been humanity's silent enemy. The lesson: adapt, question, and never trust technology blindly. Right finger subscribe to Top 10 Untold for more stories that uncover hidden dangers behind the tech we worship. Hit the bell icon because the next warning could already be around the corner.